Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Escaping Normality. So today I have a guest that's long overdue. Should have been on the show months and months and months and months ago. KeezyTV, bro, how's it going?
Good, chilling, standing.
So the reason why I wanted to have you on specifically is because I had a lot of like people who are in the necessarily like quote unquote high fashion on this podcast, right? But
Yeah.
as where I started and where a lot of people started was the streetwear. But you're in that streetwear realm, but it's not in a bad way. I've always said before that brands like Supreme or Bape or whatever other streetwear brand you want to name, it's not bad necessarily. It's what people do with it that might be bad. So what keeps you rooted like in streetwear specifically?
Um, I just like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like it. I've been liked it, and I always liked it. And a lot of stuff I'm buying now is just stuff I couldn't afford back then.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So it's like since it's like I'm playing catch up. Before I even jump into buying anything high end,
Right,
I
right.
still haven't bought the shit since I was a kid. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna buy that yet.
Nah, I
you
know
know,
I
I
know
get
exactly what you mean because like I do the same shit where I'm like, yo, I don't have no bread, so let me get my bread and go
yeah.
cop some shit.
Yeah, so this is like a built up of like being a teenager, all the way till now. More than 10 years of me like fathoming over like babestas and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I've always wanted this shit. And everybody moved on, but I'm like, nah, man, I'm still over here. I'm still trying to figure this shit out.
Now, I have a theory as to why people who dress poorly are like sometimes attached to streetwear. What do you think the reason is why it's like okay, streetwear is associated with the bad thing?
um, I think because it's streetwear is logo heavy. Well,
Right.
not it's leaning towards not being anymore. But I think since majority of those entry level brands like Supreme, Bape,
Right.
all that stuff, it's like huge graphic, right? Supreme or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the minute people get into it, not only do they want to be in it, they want to let everybody know that
No.
they're a part of it, right? So they got to wear, these crazy graphic tees and pants with like crazy logos and whatever, but no. Yeah, I think that's probably, and it doesn't come off as, yeah, the whole industry of streetwear and in fashion is like people criticizing each other, and
True.
like
Very
it's way
true.
easier to point the finger at somebody in streetwear than it is any other category, really.
That's very very true. I have a problem, right? I'm mental. So if somebody says something to me, like something poorly to me, then I'm like I'm fucked up in the head. Have you ever been scared to say like you're into streetwear in just in fear of judgment from like people who are like in the high fashion like me or whoever else?
No, fuck no, because I don't. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear
Nah,
on
you can
here, but
swear. You can swear. Fuck up. Say
yeah,
the shit you want.
yeah, definitely not, because like people people don't understand that they're two different topics.
Right.
They're two different genres, right? I mean, yeah, they blended, a lot since 2016, 2015,
Uh huh.
whatever. Um, but they're still separate. They're and what makes it confusing is that the people that used to buy Supreme and the people that used to buy all these entry level brands now buy the Rick Owens, they
Right.
buy the
Right.
DC Miyake's
Exactly.
and whatever. So now they look down upon them when really they came from this shit.
It came from the same
So
shit.
like, yeah, they would have never, men's fashion, well, not menswear fashion, but streetwear and high fashion wouldn't have this surge of people without streetwear. So, there's really no shame in the game. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, just based on not necessarily for you how it might make you feel, but you're never scared of how people like portray you at all.
Nah,
I like
nah,
that.
definitely
I
not. I
like it.
mean, because also too, streetwear, depending on how you wear it, it's a very masculine thing.
Right, right.
Not like the cringy, stuff.
Yeah,
Every category has, even avant-garde has
a
some
hundred
crazy
percent.
cringy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, in fact, most of avant-garde to me is pretty cringy. But yeah, I mean, depending on how you wear it, it's not like remember the jerkin days when people used to wear
Yeah,
like super crazy tight skinny
I did,
jeans
I
and
do,
like
I do.
yellow highlighter pants?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
like
do.
that would be, if I was still into that, I'd probably be embarrassed to tell people I was into
Yeah, I would a
that.
hundred percent. I wouldn't even tell people. I'd
But
just be like, yo, I'd keep that shit to myself on the weekends or some shit.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, definitely not embarrassing. I'll tell you that. If that was kind of the answer to that.
I had like a little bit of I think actually everyone pretty much goes through this. Especially, it was basically I was going through basketball sneakers, right? And then I was getting clothes that matched my basketball sneakers. And then I was getting like Supreme hats with my basketball sneakers. And it just went up and up and up and up. What was like that first step that was like, oh shit, I kind of want to start paying attention to how I dress now?
It was the cotton candy Babe hoodie
My
when
bad.
I was in like high school. Some kid wore it to class and the shit zipped all the way up, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, that shit zips all the way up. Hold on, you got to look at the right one though.
Yeah,
They made several of
they
them.
did. They did.
Uh,
Are we not?
Scroll down a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Actually, click on the very first photo. Go up.
This one?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's this one though. God, they make too many of them.
They do. We get the gist of how it looks, just
Yeah.
based on.
Yeah, I saw that first, and I was like, bro, that shit zips all the way up. And, like, you know, when you're in school, like, you try
Yeah,
to keep
of
a
course.
secret. You're like, oh, shit, he got it, but I got to go find out. You can't ask the dude.
Right, you
Like,
can't.
today's times is like, hey, give me an ID. Give me an ID. Give me ID this,
100%.
ID that, you know? Like, but back then, you can't ask. It's like,
You feel like,
dude, fuck
fucked
that.
up.
You just can't ask.
Wait, when were you in high school for that culture? I don't, like, what years?
This is 2000. Let me see, 2006, 2007.
You were in high school in 2006? Are you joking?
Mm-mm.
You
Bro,
look...
I'm 29. Yeah.
Stop the entire interview. You're 29?
Yeah, I'm 29.
Bro, I thought you were
don't know
like,
that.
I thought you were like my age. I thought you're like
No.
21, 22 or something like that.
No, I'm 29, bro.
Oh.
I'm Asian dough raisin, bro.
Oh shit. Okay, that means that you got a whole different market growing up than when I did. You got a whole different type of feel and shit.
Yeah.
Did you
I saw it all, but I ended up not. It's hard to say you quit, right? How do you quit this
Right,
shit? But I
right.
just stopped buying into streetwear from 2000. Let's see, 2012 to 2015. Or no, like 17,
Uh-huh.
2017. I wasn't buying clothes then, and I missed out on so much. Right, there was so much shit going on. During that time.
But you had a good era because when I was in high school, I got the tail end of the Jordan era, like the Jordan quote unquote golden era. You know what I mean? Like you got the golden era of Jordans re-releasing and whatnot,
and dunks and all that.
exactly,
stuff, yeah.
all that dunks.
Mhm.
But I got I got a bunch of bullshit releases when I was coming out of high school and shit. Did you get into Jordans at all?
Oh yeah. I mean, I still love Jordans. I just stopped buying them as
same.
of like the past year or two. But man, yeah, I've always loved Jordan. Jordans too was like another gateway for me getting into the shit. And it was like seeing the Jordan 4s, of course the 1s, 11s. Everyone wore the 11s to prom. You know what I mean? It was like a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said I was gonna do. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear some fucking Jordan 11s to prom. I'm gonna be stunting and shit.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, last year I was damn near up to like 17 pairs of Jordan 1s, and I was like, man, this shit, like, it got watered down because like everybody has that, right? It's like if everybody's collecting the same thing, it's not really a collection anymore. So I was like sitting with all these Jordan 1s, like, man, fuck this, I sold every single pair except like one or two of them. So
that's crazy because I did literally the exact same thing. I had like just Jordans in general. I had like 30, 40 pairs of Jordans. About half of them were Jordan 1s. And then I got sick of them. And then because it was just like getting played out. And then my outfits were progressing in a way where it didn't really fit white with Jordans. And then I was in this weird point where I was going in between two different styles. And then I was like, you know what? Let me sell all my Jordans, almost all of them, and then push forward into like the new type of fashion I want to wear. I still have a few pairs.
Yeah, basically like recycle that money.
Right. I still have some. I have some like top 3s. I have some metallics, some black and white ones, and I think one more pair of ones that I can't remember off top. But I just don't wear them.
I mean, ones are classic, but
they are.
Now it's progressed to this other. It's not even about the color. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, sure you get it, but you know, when you go on Instagram and if you like 5 pictures of Jordan 1s, you're gonna see nothing but fucking Jordan 1s.
It's so
and that's
obnoxious.
what everybody is looking at.
It's
like obnoxious. A pair of Unions pair of Fragnets,
Right,
a pair
right.
of fucking Breads,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Chicago's, and it's like doesn't really elevate more than that. Now all those, I don't know if you call them hypebeast, sneakerheads have now elevated. And they're like, oh, I only buy
Yeah.
the old
Right,
Jordans
right,
and
right.
blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, like you guys are only buying those because everybody else got what you got. You know what I mean?
My,
Not to diss them in any way. Those are fire shoes
they
too. The
are.
older ones. I don't know what year they are. You know, like those are the pinnacle. But still, I'm not going that direction. So I said, fuck that.
What I think a big turning point for me in like the kind of streetwear sneaker culture is when the first time I went to SneakerCon. I used to work at a sneaker store, right? So I went to SneakerCon and I was looking at, I don't know why, it just kind of hit me like a wave. I was seeing people wearing shoes and this, that, and the third, seeing shoes on the, people with their vendors and whatnot. And I was thinking, it's not really that impressive to have. Before, it used to be impressive to me if somebody pulled out like a pair of fragments or some shit. But
Yeah.
in reality, if you have, like, for me, if you have the money, you can get any of those shoes. So for me, that's not the same as like maybe you really dug deep and found a grail,
Yeah, we're
or
really different. Yeah,
or
the
the
hunt is over
exactly.
because everybody knows where to buy it,
You can go to
right?
you can go
Like
to
a lot of
StockX.
like even we have this Google images of the cotton candy hoodies. You can't really find these everywhere.
Right,
You got to
right.
kind of hunt for that, right? There is a little hunt aspect for it, and if you're that type, then you're that type. But yeah, and also too, if you go to sneaker cons, every booth is the same.
Oh
Every
yeah.
booth has the same
Oh
shoes.
yeah.
It's like not exciting anymore.
It's ridiculous. I never even thought about that, but you saying it just sparked it. You're completely right because no matter whatever year it is or whatever time period it is, everybody has the same shoes of that time period that
Yeah.
is popping.
Yeah, when sneaker cons popped off, it was like hella people were still selling NMDs,
Yeah.
the NMDs, and I guess that was hot. But once that died out, it was the Jordan 1 thing just swept the market, and it's forever now. It's just everybody wears Jordan 1s. God damn.
It was kind of funny how literally SneakerCon will hire like the sneaker YouTubers to come to the stuff to actual
Yeah,
place, and
yeah.
it's funny because it's like Comic Con where they hire like actual celebrities. This they just hire a bunch of like dudes on the internet that make videos, and
Honestly, that's their best PR move.
I mean, yeah, not
You
to
know?
say I'm any better than
Yeah.
those guys, but it's just kind of funny like the distinction
Yeah.
between the two.
It's like sneaker celebrities, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that sneaker celebrity Mayor?
Mayor.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He's like this.
Where's he from?
He's this older guy from the Bronx. I want to say. I'm pretty sure he's from the Bronx. I'll show you right now.
Is it big? Like a big channel?
He's just a dude. He's just some old Puerto Rican dude or Dominican. I forgot where he's from, and he just has like literally every sneaker. Like when you talk
No,
about
I've never seen this guy.
this guy is insane. When you talk about every sneaker, this man has every sneaker, like
He
every
looks like
sneaker.
he looks like DJ Drama.
A little bit, yeah. I see
Does
what
he
you
not?
mean. No, you're right. He does a little bit.
You look like DJ Drama.
He's just one of those old dudes that got like who was like growing up in the like look at that
God
shit.
damn.
That
See,
is
that's
crazy,
like
right?
shit. That's like God damn.
That's how I want people to pull up to my house. Oh, this is even today. This is '08. That's
Yeah, no, that's
crazy.
crazy.
I'm trying to find a picture. Damn it, I don't think he has any pictures of like he just has everything. This guy.
Oh, see, he got the Air Forces too. I want to start collecting those, like
This,
the PlayStation joints.
oh yeah.
Yeah, all
They,
those are sick.
they had like a bunch of PlayStation shoes. Or like
Yeah,
not
but
a
I'm talking
bunch,
about
but like a
that
few.
first Air Force One.
Right.
Yeah, that one's far.
I guess he has no pictures. Okay, I was gonna talk to you about Ivisu because you're like the Ivisu man. You're known. You're known. Can you? Is there anyone on the planet known more for Ivisu than you? Nobody. Literally, you're the
Oh,
person.
dude, there is, for sure there is. I mean, maybe not in the U.S.
Yeah.
Maybe definitely not in the U.S. I probably might be their only mascot.
That's what I'm saying.
Here. Yeah, but in Japan, of course, because it's from Japan,
Right.
and in China, and in some parts of Europe, they got some pretty in-depth fans. They actually ended up messaging me if I found their page. I'm like, holy shit, like you like the shit more than I do. Like,
Oh shit, for real.
yeah.
When are they gonna cut you a check? Is my question.
Shit. I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
You're not saying
My goal is that you speak things into an existence. That's what YouTube is all about.
that's
You
true.
keep going down that repetitive path of just keep talking about the same thing in different variations, and then eventually, you feel me? Like something happens
I
after that,
get you.
right? Someone contacts you
Right,
like,
right.
"Hey, look, you've been pushing this too long. We need to, do something." It would be a dream of mine to actually be on the design team and give me like a year to do so. I
Oh,
have so many ideas for them.
that would be
Yeah.
amazing. I'm saying it right now. I'm gonna say it. Give this man a job. Give him some. Give him a work. Give him a tryout. Do something. Give him a job or something. I
Yeah, I
s-
don't mind that. And fly to Asia and do that, that would be a
that's what
fucking
I'm
dream. I'd
saying. That'd
drop
be dope.
everything. I'd be like, man, fuck all of this. I'll go down there right now.
And you bring me too, and I'll be on the.
Absolutely.
Bro, I saw so like your channel's low key been blowing up.
My what?
Your channel's low key been blowing up. Low key been blowing up. Now,
Yeah, it's
because
going. The algorithm doesn't like me too much right now, but
when it's going
it's
up,
going.
now that it's been going like up and up, are you like are you taking it a little more seriously, or are you trying to be a little lenient with it still and just have fun with it?
Um, I'm right before the whole Black Lives Matter,
Right.
not the virus, because the virus pretty much made every content creator like feel as if they need to be posting every 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden, when Black Lives Matter, that whole movement hit,
Right.
it's like, are you supposed to post? Like,
Yeah,
this is
I
the
didn't.
first week in like over 3 years, 2 years that I haven't posted.
Right,
Um,
I didn't post either. I felt like I definitely did feel like obviously as a black man I was inappropriate and I was supposed to be paying my dues and donate.
yeah, and it's a lot of unspoken rules,
Right, right,
right?
right.
Like, what are you supposed to do, right? So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, I've always taken it as serious as I can. I think there's
Mhm.
some unserious things on the channel too, but I try my best to get something out every week, if not 3 times a week. Um, make that happen. Without getting creators burnout.
Yeah, I think that's what happens to me sometimes. Is that I'll have like just a billion ideas, and if you go through my notes, there's a bunch of ideas in my notes that are just in there. And what I'll do sometimes is I'll be like, I'm gonna make this video, and then I just like, I can't do it, and then I can't do it, and I say I can't do it for like a few weeks. And it's been 2 months since I did my last upload, before the one
Yeah,
I uploaded 2 days ago,
yeah,
which is the well, as of recording it, I uploaded it today, but when this goes up, it'll be 2 days ago. But
yeah. I feel it.
and I was just
I
like,
mean, the minute the whole sorry to cut you
no,
off,
no, no,
but the
go ahead.
minute the whole Black Lives Matter thing hit, I was like, man, since I don't feel comfortable posting, I'm like, I'm gonna start working on something else. So I got pretty into building e-bikes, and I'm like 90% finished with it, and I haven't been looking at my channel right now. I mean, I have ideas written down, but I
Mm-hmm.
think when this whole thing kind of comes full circle and
What
it
did you?
doesn't feel weird to post, I'll probably come back around the corner.
What do you mean you were? What did you say you were building again?
An e-bike, an electric bike.
That's what I thought you said. How the hell do you start building an e-bike?
It's actually a lot easier than you think, as long as you just have the right tools
Is this
and
a,
know what comes after the next. But you can actually build an e-bike with almost any bike.
I
Like
mean,
you can just use the frame. You have
uh-huh.
to take one of the wheels off and put another wheel on with a motor,
Right.
and then you need a battery and a controller. And then as long as the wires match up and everything's good, then it's done.
Man,
it's so fire. It is like my bike is gonna go like 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. It's gonna be lit, bro.
that is
I'm gonna be
fucking
cruising.
cool. Low key,
Yeah,
that's
shit
cool
is
as
lit.
shit. Wait, what?
Yeah,
An I gotta look this up. What the fuck? E-bike.
just put e-bike and then put build after that. E-bike build. There you go. So like, there's a
What?
ton of videos. Yeah, there's hella people that like have the numbers for people that make e-bike videos online far surpass men's fashion, or not men's fashion. I'm sorry, men's streetwear on YouTube.
Right.
Period.
That is fucking cool. You just put me on. I kind of want an e-bike now. Low key.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's lit, bro. But I will say, just make sure you read the laws in your own city. I
Uh
think
oh.
major cities ban certain types of e-bikes
Uh oh.
depending on where you're at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like certain miles per hour. Some cities ban thumb throttles on the pedal bars or
Why the,
the
why
I'm
the,
sorry, not the
why the
on the
hell would they
bar
do
handlebar.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
why the hell would they do that?
So then, because I don't know what it was. I think what happened is that since there was no regulations or laws on e-bikes before, or actually till present day, they had a
Uh-huh.
lot of people doing a lot of fuck shit,
Yeah.
and it's basically those one or two people that fuck it up for everybody else.
Right, of
And
course.
they probably created laws around that, like, oh, you can't have a thumb. Oh, see this guy right here.
This
Hold
guy,
on, sir.
yeah,
This guy doing it right. He built his own battery. And that's what I'm trying to do later on.
that's
But
crazy.
that battery right there, that's probably like a 72 volt. That means this bike probably can go up to like 50. But I mean, who goes actually 50 miles an hour on
I'm
a
about to
bicycle?
say, I would be scared to go 50 on
That's
a bike.
hella fast.
Okay, but what possible mischief could you get to on a bicycle?
Oh, bro. Well, I mean, bro, if you go over 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, you're going the same speed as cars on a regular street.
That is
It
true.
it's well, there's an argument that if you go the same speed, it's safer, or or it's the other way
Right.
around. If you go the same speed, then it's not as safe, right? Because if let's just say you're turning a corner
Uh-huh.
and a car comes out, if you're going the same, miles per hour as a car, just imagine not being in the car and then hitting the car. Like that would be,
Yeah, dude, you'd be
but just
fucking
just
done.
don't do dumb shit on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Of course.
you'll be fine. Like
That's my thing about a motorcycle, is that I really want a motorcycle to go fast, but
yeah.
if I go fast and I bust my ass, like it's clipped for me.
Well, that's the thing. I've been showing this shit to my friends, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go build an e-bike, this and that. They're like, man, this shit's stupid. I'm like, bro, listen, I'm not trying to. I don't want to wear a helmet, and
Right.
I for sure don't want to go get a license. I'm not paying for that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm finna build this e-bike and not wear a helmet and fuck around and do hella
What
fun
kind of
shit.
friends
Like,
do you have that this is lame to them? This is
well, I think they were just fucking with me,
uh,
but I think the minute this shit done and I show it to them, they're gonna be like, bro, I need
bro, this shit's
come out.
cool. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Look,
I'm
you
writing
know what
this
I'm
shit
saying?
down. I'm writing this shit down right now.
Bro, you feel me? This
E-bike,
shit go crazy.
bro. I would love to fucking. You know what you should do? Just fucking upload a video of the e-bike or some shit.
Oh, I am, bro. I'm gonna make that video
Are you
for
gonna
sure.
are you gonna tie it in the streetwear like, oh, putting on Evisu jeans on my e-bike, or are you just gonna fucking?
I might. I think what I'm gonna do to integrate it, because that my algorithm probably would not give two fucks about an e-bike build.
right.
I think I might include it in like one of my pickup videos, because usually the pickup videos tend to do pretty well. So I was like, man, I'll just squeeze that in there, and if people, because I talked about the bike that I bought in one of the pickup videos a while ago, and then there was a couple people that messaged me, and they're like, oh, dude, like keep us updated with that. And I'm like, but it's been so long, and because I had to order the parts, and it comes from China, and the whole virus thing, and then now I finally got the parts, so I'm still waiting on a couple things to get finished. So
I think one of the first videos I watched of you was a pickup video, and I think you were trying to get a pair of ones or something like that. I can't remember off top, but it was a while ago. That's like one of the first videos.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago.
I would love to do some pickup videos, but I don't have a car, and I feel like if you don't have a car, pickup videos just don't look as cool. You know what I mean? You can't have like some cool transitional shots or like of you driving or anything like that. Like, nigga, I'm gonna be walking from place to place in the city. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't look as cool.
I think people actually. I mean, it depends. Depends what you're buying. I think those type of videos, topic wise, is people don't give a shit about what happens in the video. They just want to see the actual
items, yeah.
Right. Because that's the whole point of the video itself. So
that's
as long as it's not lying, as long as you don't be like, oh, I have the riot bomber, and I don't have the riot bomber. At the same time, people will be fucking mad.
Oh shit! I got the riot bomber. Did you though? Did you really? Like, shit's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of the content you do now, what's kind of the content you want to lead into doing? Like, what's something crazy you want to start doing?
Crazy? I don't know.
Maybe not necessarily crazy, but just different than what you've been doing.
In the future, depending on how big the channel gets, I do want to start my own brand, and I want to show like my step process of starting the brand, because or just like maybe not necessarily being at the factory, but like just showing how I did it. Because that type of content to me is like, it's always missing on YouTube. A lot of people, they always like tell you like the title would be like how to start a brand, and it'll be like the same 3 steps. It'd be like, get a make sure you're incorporated. Make sure, like, it's like, man, get that shit out of here.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Everyone already learned that, like, Yeah, so maybe that in the future.
That would be cool, definitely. That would definitely be cool. See, what I like, I want to do like more. I want to do more content that'll have to have me actually write and put some more effort than I already do. That would be kind of
Yeah,
cool. If I had to do some extra writing about like a video essay. I've done a video essay before about the stupid video game and how it's like actual clothes are, they were acronym and how the acronym clothes actually contribute to the game. I would love to do more video essays like that. That would be cool to me. You know what I mean?
yeah, those ones take so much more time,
Oh,
right?
oh my God! It took me a fucking
Yeah,
astronomical amount of time to do like a 3-second video, and it was just like,
yeah.
and then
And then
after,
those type, it's funny, those ones you spend time on and like they come out the best. Right.
yeah, and then I'll be like, but it'll come out really good, and I'll be like, this is fucking fantastic. And then 2 days later, I'll be like, I hate this video. Like, I gotta do better than this. This shit is a little whack. It happens to me
Yeah.
all the fucking time, bro.
I don't even think after it's posted. I almost don't even think about it
Really?
for after the next 2 days.
See,
Yeah,
that's
because
probably
it's like,
that's probably more healthy.
yeah, because if you keep dwelling on it, not saying that you do, but other people,
Uh huh.
you just waste all the time thinking about it. It's like
You're
you
right.
can't. You already posted it. You might as well move on to the whatever's next.
You're 100% right. What's the next step for streetwear? What's up? What's coming next?
Mm,
Your professional opinion,
mm,
and you're a professional.
huh. That's a tough. I mean, that's a video idea, right?
Oh yeah, I'm giving the tough
um,
questions all fucking day and night.
I can tell you where it's at now.
Okay,
I can try my
that,
best to
that
tell you where it's at now. I don't know about the future
that's
because
good
then
too. I would like that
yeah,
because I need to brush up on my streetwear. I'm lacking right now.
I think right now everybody is totally obsessed, whether they think they are or not. They're just whether it's vintage or it's 2000s looks.
Mm.
The shaping of 2000s shit, fucking looking like Jinko jeans and shit like that from
Right.
way back, and that's the 90s actually.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like all of that seems to be floating back. So we're it's always in a cycle because right before this was the huge logos from White. Everybody was doing Helvetica font.
Uh huh.
Now all of a sudden nobody wants logos anymore. Now everybody's all about this cut and sew shit. Now everybody's into this vintage shit. But what does vintage bring? Vintage brings the old brands back, right?
Exactly.
That's why you see people like Uzi and Travis Scott and Visu. And it's like, oh, okay, so now this is back now.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now motherfuckers are reselling this shit now. Okay, I see. So I think that's where we are right now. And also, we don't know exactly what it's going to be because the virus is not over. When that shit is over,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's when we for sure will know where we stand.
Is shit
You know,
not
as
is shit not reopening over there yet?
so we just started this week. I heard one of the malls out here. Other than that, everything's still closed. Yeah. What about you?
Today is like phase 1 of the reopening process.
Oh, so nothing's opening for you.
I think literally like I nothing that I can go to. I don't think. Let's look it up real
Yeah.
quick. Actually, I'll look it up on the fucking computer so people can see. Phase 1, New York. Okay, yeah. See, phase 1. Back in business, 400,000 people. Further uptown.
Do you? I gotta ask you. Do you know anyone that got the virus?
Yeah, I know. I know one person who got it, and she just said she
And
was.
are they like hospitalized or like they at home?
No, she was at home, and then it was. She just thought she was like had a regular sickness or something. I didn't even realize it was the corona. And then when she went to the hospital, they were like, "Yeah, you had corona," and then she was like, "Oh," like it was crazy.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then yeah, and then it was just like. I don't think I still think there's a little bit fishiness going on to Corona. I'll be honest,
Yeah, same
because
here. I don't know. Are you into conspiracy?
I am to a certain extent.
Yeah. Yeah. I've melted in my brain in the past 48 hours, 72 hours
What,
on conspiracy
what
stuff.
were some conspiracies you had about Corona?
Well, I mean, there's a whole narrative. I'll send you a video later.
Number one,
I'll send you a video.
yeah, yeah,
huh?
definitely do. But before people click
Yeah,
off the video,
it's so long though, huh?
I'll watch the fucking shit out of that. before people click a video, I'm not saying that Corona isn't real. I know it's fucking real, because as soon as you say that I'm not quite sure about Corona, people automatically assume you just think it's not fucking like actually physically real. I understand it's a real thing. Now, what were the conspiracies you were going on
Well,
about?
I'm actually on the same page as you. I think it's real.
Right, it's
And
definitely
also,
fucking real.
I actually do believe either China or the US ended up actually creating the virus, I think in 2015, 16,
Uh
but it
huh.
just got uncontrollable. But I think the way that the media talks about it is definitely not how the actual virus is.
Right,
And in
right.
fact, it's super fishy because it's like, okay, you got this virus, and then they come on the news and they're like, oh, the virus lasts in the air for 30 minutes. Then, 2 days later, oh, the virus, scientists say that the virus now lasts in the air for an hour, right? A week later, oh, the scientists say
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
not be in the room for too long because it actually lasts for an hour. It's like, so which one is it,
Which one?
right?
Yeah, yeah. Come
Because
on.
this is only one motherfucking study for this stupid fucking virus, all right? How in the, like, you know what I mean? Like, how is this possible?
And you know that they're whenever somebody has corona-like symptoms, they're writing them down as having corona too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's
That
fucked
that
up.
shit is kind of
That
fucky.
skews the numbers
A
entirely,
hundred
right? So if
percent.
you have a fever and you call them, they're like, "Oh, what are your symptoms?" I have a fever. Okay, well then you have
All
COVID.
right,
Well,
you
what the
might
fuck?
have.
What if I just have a fever?
Yeah, it's like nigga, I don't necessarily have COVID-19. Like, can't you check up on me and make sure I'm okay for the fucking fever before?
Exactly.
It's like automatically you have COVID. It's like, bro,
And then after all the protests, literally with that night or that morning, like the news comes out, oh, there's 22,000 new cases. Well, how do you know that? Those people didn't even get tested
that
yet.
that's that, bro. That's exactly what I was saying. How the fuck did we know that those came from the protests at all? When
That exactly.
niggas came right off the protest and went to go get tested? What? You mean to tell me all those people did that? This,
Definitely not. Anybody that went to the protest is like anti-government at that point.
that
Like,
doesn't
you're
make
not even.
any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
They just be lying, bro.
I'm scared to
I
I'm
just the
scared to
media
cough
is a
around.
bunch of bullshit.
It is, bro. I'm scared to cough around people.
Yeah, same here. I get allergies.
I, wa-
I can't even sneeze.
I was at my friend's house the other day and we were watching a fight. We had put some money on the fight, and he had a fire going. We were outside, and like a little fucking piece of something flew down my throat, and I went to go cough a little bit. I was like, and it was fine. And then I guess that little cough made it go down my throat further, so I was like fucking holding back an uncontrollable cough. Meanwhile, I don't want people to think I have fucking corona, so I'm like, like I'm fucking, and I'm like, please give me your water before I die. Like, I'm trying to make sure I don't die over here, but I also don't want people to think I have corona.
Yeah,
It's fucking weird. But
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm just glad shit is starting to reopen again. I don't know how much it is like reopen. I don't know what the fuck. I didn't want to go through that
Well,
entire
also
article.
that's really kind of fishy too. So you mean to tell me like everything's starting to open up back after the protest stuff, like, and also before the right when the protest stuff happened, like the news just automatically just never talked about virus, right?
Yeah, I
And
know.
now it's floating between the two, but it's like, all right, man, like how crazy is this virus really,
For
right?
real. Exactly, bro. They have 384 new cases. Since when? See, I don't even know. New York City has 207,000 cases. Now, to me, how many?
Apparently, you guys got it the worst.
I mean, we have a lot of people in a
Yeah, I know. I
compact
mean, 8
area.
million, right? 7 million.
Something like that. How many
Yeah.
people? How many? They're like eight. I mean, it's probably like 10 million now. That was
Yeah.
in 2018. It's probably like 10 million. Let's be honest. But yeah, what were we talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah,
shit is nutty.
yeah, I know something's not quite right, and it's fucking preventing me from going to buy clothes. The reason I bought so many clothes sitting at home, because I wasn't spending a lot of money going into the city and getting like expensive dinners and all that shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy some clothes. Might as well, you know
Oh,
what I mean?
you got some?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of clothes.
That's what's up.
Some Margiela, some Random Identity, some Sui Coke, some comb that I can't wear because it's too small. Some Kansai Yamamoto.
Yeah, see, I like all those,
Some
not
other
all
shit.
those names. I've heard of majority of those names, but I just don't even, you know,
Right.
I don't know. I feel as if like, yeah, no, I just haven't gotten that far. But I keep hearing the names, but not enough to know enough about those higher names, so to speak.
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see you on a panel with people who like about something. What could you be on a panel about? Not something that isn't necessarily streetwear, because then I would want for you to be on a panel where you could give your perspective versus people who normally have another perspective. That would be cool to me.
You know what the panel title should be?
What?
Let's see. How can I word this? It should be like something to the effect of like people that are into Rick Owens now are pretty much like the new hype beasts.
Right.
Something to the effect of that, because ain't nobody was talking about shit about Rick Owens 5-6 years ago.
No, 100%
ain't nobody
not.
give a fuck.
And it's so fucking annoying how many people like meme about Rick Owens. It's not funny. It's not fucking funny. I'm sorry. It's not funny.
Yeah, it definitely got washed out.
It got washed out.
Who knows if I mean, Rick is an amazing designer, and I don't know much about him, but I just know that he's great at what he does. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe who knows if the overwashing of memes and this Instagram stuff will.
I'm sick of
turn over on the brand.
Fashion memes probably are the worst memes, honestly, because it's the same 5 jokes every time. Let's be honest. Same 5 jokes.
Some of them are hilarious though, depending on who you follow. But some of them are fire.
Some of them have me weak. Like it'll be the Comme des Garçons heart, the CDG Converse. It'll be what else would it be? It'll be the CDG Converse. It'll be Rick Owens.
Geo Baskets.
Geo Baskets. Like it's the same shit every single time.
Yeah, I think they're starting to float away from that though.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like Meme Saint Laurent and all them.
Oh yeah. Didn't AO have Meme Saint Laurent on the show? On his show.
Yeah.
On his.
That kid looks like he's like 21. How old? He's really young.
I think he's younger than me. Even I'm 20. I'm about to be 21 in a month.
Is he like 19 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, whatever he's doing, right? He's doing a great job. In fact, he's doing way better than I'm doing for the moment.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, that's right. He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that seems to be like the transition. A lot of these meme pages, you can't really get paid, right?
No, not at all
on Instagram. But he's converting the followers. In fact, I don't even think those followers are following him on YouTube.
No, I would assume not.
Because people that we live in a society now. People only use Instagram. People only use YouTube. People only use Twitter. Like
yeah. I don't use.
There's not too much overlap.
See, I don't have people follow me on anything that isn't like Instagram or YouTube. Anything else is like, you're right. Because if it's not Instagram or YouTube, I'm gonna fuck.
It was really hard for me to even use the Discord app because it was like the new thing, and I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Well, you're old.
Why didn't you use this shit?
Well, you're old.
Yeah, I am. I probably am at this point.
Probably am at this point.
It is fire, though. I can't lie. Discord is crazy.
The Discord, sometimes it gets a little young in there, if you know what I mean. Like, sometimes a lot of the chat is a little young. And that sometimes annoys me. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it annoys me. But the people in the Discord know that, so I'm not saying anything out of pocket. So they'll just post memes or like something that's just like wildly. It's not even necessarily like it's bad. It's just wildly inappropriate, and not even in the sense where it's like nudity or like something like that. But it's just inappropriate for the fucking chat, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, please don't post that in here.
It's definitely a little too much to catch up.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit much, and I'm like, come on, guys, can we maintain a little bit of maturity level here, just a little bit? And I'm the most immature person on the planet, but a little bit mature.
I would say the content creator part is probably the most useful, so I can see what's going on with other people.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Because if I didn't have that, I don't have YouTube like the bell on, and I will never ever ask anyone to just hit the bell for my YouTube channel. I don't care if I have 1 trillion fucking subscribers. I'll never ask anyone to hit the bell. Because I don't want bell notifications popping up on my phone of people like posting. When I want to go watch someone's videos, I'll sit down, I'll open up YouTube, and I'll watch it.
Yeah, I never asked either.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll ask people to subscribe.
There's no point asking because it's like every channel asks.
Oh yeah.
Right. So if you're an avid watcher of YouTube, if you like it, you'll subscribe.
Right.
There's no point in me trying to ask you to do that. Right.
And I feel like anybody who's already hitting the bell on whoever's channel is hitting the notification bell on everyone else's channel that they fuck with. Anyone who's already doing that.
Yeah.
So now they just have 100 YouTube notifications. Excuse me. I have 100 notifications from YouTube. And what's the difference between that and going on YouTube and just looking at the fucking videos and just looking at it that way?
Yeah, depending on the channel though. Some channels be crazy far. I definitely want every time they post though. Yeah.
Yes.
But definitely the bell was created for that reason because people just got way too many
Yeah.
notifications.
I do it for channels that like don't post like once every 100 months or some shit like that. I do it for that, and then when it comes out, I'll be like, oh, like
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
you ever
feel that.
I don't know if you ever heard of this YouTuber. He's probably not. He's called Captain Christian.
Nah.
He basically just does a bunch of video essays on whatever. Look it up. If you like, you should totally look this guy up. It's fucking, his stuff is fucking
It's like
crazy.
cartoons and shit.
Not necessarily just cartoons, but just anything in general. Well, he'll just talk about it and like a video essay. He'll just break it down on a really great level, and it's really good. So for his shit,
Yeah, I'll check it out. Oh, he's got Totoro there.
yeah, I'm telling you, it's dope. So that for him this is not my I have 2 YouTube channels. One is for the podcast, and one is for watching shit. On the other one, I have him on the bell or whatever.
Yeah, it looks tight. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, so you said, I remember you said you building the bike. Let's go back. The bike. How much does it cost to? Cause opening up that thing just made me think of the bike. Opening up the page made me think of the bike. How much does it cost to fucking build an e-bike?
It's well, okay, so if you just want to buy an e-bike straight out and not build it,
Yeah.
and you wanted to go maybe 20, well, let's see, 20, like 19 to 20 miles an hour tops, then
Right.
it'll probably cost you like $2,500. And some of them even get more expensive than that. And then there's ones that only go like 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour, which is pretty damn slow in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really
And
slow.
you can buy those for like 1,000,
Yeah, it's
1,200,
it's
not
worth
including
it.
shipping. But if you build it, it probably costs you about $1,300, and you can go a lot faster, depending on the battery voltage and the watts that you put in there. But if you buy an e-bike that goes over 40 miles an hour to 50 miles an hour, kind of the same like a motocross bike, you're paying like it's ridiculous. Don't even look it up. It's like $15,000.
What?
20 grand. Yeah, for an e-bike, it's so stupid. That's why e-bike builds are like popular and like people pay that money. So
that is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, what do you do for work even? I don't even know.
Oh, I do sales for a metal fabrication shop.
Oh, okay.
So it's like we make things like signage, custom architectural fabricated fixtures and stuff like that.
Is that something you go to school for?
No. No, definitely not. Well, unless you're an architect, but I don't do that. I don't design or anything like that.
And you did not go to school, or you didn't?
Well, I mean, I went to college.
Right.
It definitely had nothing to do with this. That's for sure.
What was it for?
Yeah, I'm not the perfect person to ask. I've always hated school.
Yeah,
never
me too.
did well
Me too.
in it whatsoever. You know, but went to college, ended up getting kicked out, went back.
Whoa! We're not gonna speed past that. What'd you do to get kicked out?
Well, I didn't pass the class. I barely even showed up. It was like
damn.
freshman year I did okay, and then sophomore year, no one knew what to do to sign up, and I was like, I missed the sign up, so I was like, oh. So then I had to like wait. And then I came back and then signed up for the wrong classes because I didn't know what to sign up for. I signed up for like senior marketing classes.
Oh my
sophomore.
goodness.
Yeah, and I was like in the class, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not supposed to do this. And I went through the whole semester, didn't even take the final.
Oh
like,
my god.
Fuck this class. And I didn't understand that if you flunking that stuff doesn't let you re-sign back up. Because I was like, I thought this was college. Like, it doesn't matter. I can come back.
Yeah.
No one told me shit, right? There was like no guidance. So I was just kind of doing it the way I thought you were supposed to do it. And it had nothing to do with the credits. It had nothing to do in line with how to graduate and stuff. So, yeah, they ended up kicking me out. Like, academically kicked me out. And I couldn't come back.
At first, when you said kicked them out, I thought you did something. I thought like you had to fight someone or something. You killed someone on campus or something like that. Like that. No. like someone tried to.
Definitely not that.
Like someone tried to beat up your mom and you had to kill them on campus and they kicked you out or some shit, like some crazy ass story or something.
I wish I had a cooler story.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You know what? For future podcasts, if somebody asks you about school, She got kicked out because of something cool, like something happened. Say you had to fight like a jaguar landed on campus and you had to fight it, and you came to the school all bloody, and they decided to kick you out because of that.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, and welcome back. We just had a little bit of a pause break, but we're back and we're here to talk about some more clothes. Now, if you had to decide between something from high fashion to start wearing, what would it be? Just anything at all.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even see this is how much research I don't do on like high fashion. But I mean, I wear a shit ton of Balenciaga. If you know that.
Wait, sorry, what'd you say? You wear a shit ton of what?
Balenciaga.
Really?
Yeah, I have quite a few of the jackets, t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. But it's all like the streetwear items.
Right.
Like it's not like me wearing. I for sure I'm not wearing no avant-garde. Probably never would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything about it.
That's fair. I like
You
that.
know what I'm saying? So, I don't. If we're talking about that realm, yeah, no, probably never gonna. I'll probably do some homework on it in the future, but not anything where I'm like, I'm gonna buy this piece for like $1,000. No.
Yeah, no.
Hell,
It's not gonna happen to you.
No.
I just like the culture of streetwear a lot better, for me. But I just like the clothes of like higher fashion more, because the culture of streetwear is just like so more relaxed and like cool.
The
and
narrative
shit.
seems better.
How so?
I don't know. I think streetwear has, depending on what brand, has really mastered the storytelling of a particular item that makes you buy it.
Right.
And high fashion, relies on the fact that it is just the name, right? Oh, if I'm buying YSL, I'm buying it because YSL. Average consumer does not give two shit about what the story is behind that, the item, which is switching now. It's changing, right? Because they're taking streetwear's marketing tactic, right? But a lot of the people that are truly into streetwear, they definitely like even something surface level as to went so crazy over like the Sean Witherspoon sneakers for something as simple as that. People knew who Sean was, right? And it was like, holy shit, this guy came from selling shit on Instagram, started a couple stores, and then kicked it off on YouTube, and now he has a shoe with Nike. Like how crazy! And I like the shoe, right? So it was like that. It's like that 3-hit combo.
Did they not loot round 2?
Oh, bro, he got 4 out of 5 stores looted. Toast.
He had 5 stores. Where were the 5 stores? I know one was in New York. I know one was in LA. Where are the other stores?
Florida, and then also Virginia, where he's from. And then there's one more, or 1 or 2. Actually, he has a lot more. He did some shit. Dude is a businessman. He's a hustler. Oh, yeah. He's an entrepreneur. That's just Sean.
4 that nigga. That's just unlucky at that point. That's just unlucky.
Yeah.
Cause not that many stores got looted. Let's be honest. Like he just got really fucking unlucky.
People were like hella trying to roast him for his reaction. It's like, bro, what kind of reaction are you? I mean,
What did he say?
For someone, he didn't say any. Or in the beginning, he didn't say anything. He just kept posting videos of what happened. Right? People were trying to roast him on that, and it's like, yo, like, if you built that shit from nothing too, you would be posting videos of the month. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
no, you're right.
Right? Like what's at this point? It's the conversation is getting watered.
Right.
But anyways.
Yeah, as soon as you don't, I don't know. It's this thing. As soon as you don't agree with, as soon as you don't agree with looting, for some reason people don't think you support the movement, and it's like, no, the looting has nothing to do with the movement. The looting is just some assholes that's trying to make some money.
Yeah, I agree, 1,000%.
Has nothing to do with
people taking advantage of the situation.
Has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It's just some.
It'd be like miles away from the.
Yeah.
Obviously, it ain't got shit to do with the protest.
100%. People looted fucking. What was it? Wow, why can't I think of the store? The Flight Club too.
Oh yeah, that's just toast.
How the
people
fuck
walking out with mags?
How the fuck did he get this picture? I saw that nigga kill an Air Max. Could you imagine coming up on some Air Mags?
Oh, bro, you up now?
That's up. You way up after that shit.
You got like 12 G's, 13 G's, boy. You out there?
Oh my god. What?
Shit, I'd be happy to walk out there with anything if I was there. Fuck it.
Go look at the.
I mean, I can't front though. Like, if I was there, I'm not really for looting, but hey, energy is up. You got 100,000 people outside.
Bro,
Everybody looting.
I would
You
let
best believe I'm finna take
I
some.
would let
Come
somebody
on now.
I would let somebody throw out a couple of sneakers and have me pick them shits up on the way out or some shit like that.
Man, fuck, I'm going in. I don't.
Niggas said
I'm not.
I'm going
I'm
in.
a person of the culture too, but at the same
I'm
time,
not
if the
going in.
energy is, like, how do you control? You can't control that. I
'Cause-
bet you half the people that looted the shit, they only looted it because everybody else looted
Oh,
it. Like,
100%. Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
One asshole initiated, and then the rest of them just like, hey, fuck it. If he's doing it, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna
exactly,
come up on some guap.
exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, 4 out of 5 stores. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Virginia, New York, L.A., Miami, Chicago.
I feel like he has more than that. Is that 5 or
That's 5,
4?
and then he also has vintage stores too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've been in a
Yeah,
few of
so he's
the.
got a lot, man.
I've been in the vintage
And also,
store.
per his last podcast with Jeff Staple, he was talking about like building even more than that. So
Well, not anymore, nigga. You can not for a little while, buddy. I'm sorry. That sucks.
I think that they can come back. I
They definitely can come back.
Yeah, they can definitely make their whatever. All
Ins-
of them can almost almost.
Insurance and whatnot, and this, that, and the third.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like a lot of the. I mean these shops make so much money, and I'm not trying to be someone that's like doesn't understand how the business works. I'm sure they might break even every once in a while, but dude,
They make bread.
they make a fuck ton of money, dude.
They make bread. Especially, I mean, he has 5 stores. You don't get 5 stores without making some money.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just-
Off buy sell trade. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's how the store I used to work at operated buy sell trade.
Yeah.
And it was we were taking shit that was kind of beat sometimes, not like yeah, kind of beat sometimes. People would bring in, the thing is, like, people would bring in like 600 pairs of sneakers for one pair of Yeezys. And then we would take those 600 pairs of sneakers and sell them for collectively more than it would have been for that one pair.
Yeah. You know where they make the most money on those type of stores?
What?
Especially round two, and especially people that sell archive, which is separate kind of
Yeah.
from the topic. But anyways, a lot of those prices are fictitious. They're made up.
Right. No, yeah,
They're
you're
made
right.
up. Why the fuck is a Riot Bomber $50,000?
You're
Someone
right.
made that shit up.
You're right.
Bro. So like, when people buy vintage tees, they spend $300, $200. It's a made up price.
It is.
It's not real.
It's not
bro.
like any.
It's not.
It's that guy. I told you about that guy Mayer. He said something very. He said things a long time ago that resonated with me, even still now. Sneakers, and I'm just taking general sneakers and clothes. Sneakers are only worth what your dumb ass is willing to pay for it, and that's it.
Yeah,
really,
facts.
he's right.
Facts.
And
Facts. And also there's this whole ideology is the same thing in many other industries, and people will believe what they want to believe. It's like this. It's like if I pulled up on you, I never met you before, we're strangers, and I had a doctor lab coat thing on. What are you gonna think I am?
Yeah, I'm gonna think you're a fucking doctor.
Exactly. You feel me? If I came up to you in all streetwear clothes, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, so I get what you're doing."
Exactly.
Right? So
Right.
the level of convincing somebody, pricing, persona, all of those things, it's all fucking not real, bro. Like, fuck. So like like Sean has that little side store with all the vintage stuff. I'm not hating. I mean, he's an entrepreneur at the end of the day, big ups to him.
Exactly.
But those T-shirts in there, man, celebrities go in there, all types of people buy like 7, 8, 9 shirts. They walking out there $3,000-$4,000 for a couple of T-shirts.
I'm telling you,
they
bro.
found at the Goodwill.
I'm telling you, fucking vintage shirts that people find thrifted at a fucking Goodwill. They're in there at Goodwill for a reason. That's a lot of the problem I have with people who only operate on cheap deals or sales. There's a reason why that shit is cheap or why it's on sale or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's not to say you can't get things that are cheap or on sale, like, that are good. But there's a reason why they're there half the time. You know what I mean? It's not like
I will say that how hot it is right now, especially vintage tees. I'm surprised it's still here, to be honest.
Really?
Because it's a 3-year run at this point on how popular this shit is.
No, you're right.
But
yeah.
And the reason why it is so popular is why people start to look down on vintage. But for those who actually buy like the authentic, like not authentic vintage, that's a weird term, but actually go hunting in the bins and all that stuff. You pay the $500 to walk through those huge places and whatever, and you have to buy something before you leave. Like those true collector people, big ups to them. But the people make that's they're only on it because it's popular, and PacSun makes vintage tees, and they give it a bad name, a bad rep for sure.
I caught the beginning of that, like, little bit I caught the beginning of the vintage type shit.
Yeah,
In terms
you mean
of
the hype of it?
right, in terms of my streetwear performance or my streetwear prowess, I caught the beginning of that, and then after that, I kind of waned off of streetwear and then moved on to my own thing. But yeah,
Yeah, it became the starter kit. That's why.
yeah, you're right. No, you're completely right. I remember people
Yeah,
were my friends.
it was like vintage tee, Supreme hat, Supreme fanny, Amiri jeans,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking off-white shoe.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Like, one of my go-to fits were. One of my go-to fits was literally like in high school, oversized sweater, some jeans, or like some joggers, Jordans, Supreme hat. That was like my fucking go-to fit. Like
Yeah,
that was my.
joggers was hot back then.
Oh yeah, fucking. They were so fucking crazy. And the weirdest thing is, they're the ugliest fucking pant.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, every style comes in, right? And then once it's done, it's like that shit is hideous.
That's
But
true.
during the time, joggers was fire.
You're
Boy,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Everyone was
Them.
rocking. They were as popular as trousers are now. Everyone acts as if trousers never been here before. It's like, all right, bro. Skateboarders been wearing trousers since skateboarding existed.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think.
So yeah, they're as popular as each other for sure.
I think those are the like legitimately the worst things I used to wear was joggers. Everything else is kind of like all right. You could.
Yeah, those are probably one of the most cringy for sure.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to show off the sneaker, but I just didn't realize at the time that it didn't look that good. I would also, but I respect Streetwear Davidson a lot because I would usually get shit like oh vey. I would get a bunch of sneaker brands that nobody else would be wearing, like Asics or like fuck, wow, I can't even remember. I remember I used to wear this.
I wonder why Asics. Sorry to change the topic.
No, you're
I wonder
good.
why Asics never. I guess they have no want or need to jump into pop culture. Even New Balance did. You know what I mean? People wearing New Balances you feel me? I love my New Balances, but I mean they're the most comfortable shoes.
Oh, I like New Balance.
But like, yeah, I mean they're a fire sneaker.
Yeah.
But it's hot now, right? Because of certain moves that they made, and
Mm-hmm.
they ended up releasing like the basketball sneaker and all that stuff, and that should actually had some like semi hype to it. Not saying that hype pays the bills, but it actually
it did.
something.
You're
I
right.
wonder why Asics hasn't like talked to
Yeah,
it
is
celeb
weird.
it up, right?
It is weird that they're just cool at being in that area. They're cool at being
Yeah,
like,
they don't even Reebok. Look at Reebok. Reebok been trying for years.
oh yeah, 100%. They had the fucking Reebok Shacks and shit and all this type of shit. When
Reebok and Puma be going back and forth.
Puma had those the basketball sneakers that came out, and they had signed like guys like DeAndre Ayton to them and a couple other NBA guys, a couple other rookies, and I think Terry Rozier, and they were like trying to make their little stunt for a second there, and I guess it kind of fizzled out or whatever happened to them, but it was kind of cool. But you're right.
Well, I think Puma messed up.
How
I've
so?
said this so many times on so many lives, but
How
Puma,
so?
the RXS or something, the RXS sneaker.
The Puma RSX.
I think it's RSX.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that they definitely, could have made. They really could have shaped this shoe. First of all, they shouldn't have made so many colors.
Oh no,
that was mistake number
they
one.
fucking do that. Every fucking sneaker brand does that, and they just ruin colorways. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, so they shouldn't have done so many damn colors. They should have just stuck with, I don't know, a stock max 15 colors over a couple of years.
Yeah.
Right? They should have put even better celebrities behind the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And then they should have just made it limited. And boom, there you fucking go. This shoe is a fire shoe. But the fact that it's fucking overplayed in this way too many colorways, I'm not going to buy into it.
Never.
But I have seen a lot of people make it look good.
Me too. I have too, actually, and I've seen.
And I want to buy into Puma, but I just haven't had a reason to.
I just can't. Like.
Yeah. Besides the Clydes, those are still fired.
Oh, of course. Seeing all these colorways on the screen at the same time, literally it's muddying the shoe for me. It's making me hate it more. Like seeing
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the colors just in one. Like it's just
Like
like
that one right there, the black, orange, and light green and red, kind
like
of up in the middle, on the top middle. That one right there,
yeah,
boom. That
that
one's
is really
terrible.
fucking ugly. That is so
Oh,
goddamn ugly.
dude, it's like a little kid shoe.
I don't know. It really is. It really is.
Yeah,
And it's just like you can make kid colorways, I guess, but even then, you're kind of. It's just the integrity of the shoe. It's just like, don't you want to have a shoe that you don't have to beat down in the ground for a couple extra bucks?
yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
every brand wants to do that. They did that with Adidas. Did that
And
with the
also
Ultra
too,
Boost.
yeah, and also too, Puma was before this shoe. Puma was on the right track.
Yeah.
And they were doing the whole Meek Mill thing, right? They brought him on board. Then they did Nipsey, right? So
Right.
then now they had the rap category or whatever, like kind of semi pop culture.
Mhm.
Then they did this thing with Meek Mill where it was like this the narrative was so good. It was like it was a Meek Mill sneaker. I think it was like a basketball shoe. Hold on, I think you could probably pull it up here. But and it was like, oh, it was for prison reform. It was in support of prison reform.
Right. Right.
So the narrative was good, but the shoe was fucking hideous. I don't think that's the one where he's holding it.
Oh, really? Which is this? It
It
maybe?
looks really. Is it that one? No, it's definitely
No,
not that one
no.
either.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
It might be. Actually, it might be that one. I don't know. But
I
that
think
shoe
it's
is
I think
hideous.
it's probably
Like
this one.
it's. I mean, I guess maybe it's a cool basketball shoe, but they
Yeah.
could have. That was another
No, it doesn't
opportunity.
look
They could
good.
have. They really could have designed it in a way where it was like way more casual slash borderline sport luxury,
Right.
but they
Right.
just didn't.
They just decided
You
to
know.
go fucking.
Yeah, I can talk about this all day. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Puma. I
Fucking.
love Puma, but goddamn, boy, y'all need to get someone else behind that.
You know what's a cool sneaker brand that like no one talks about? Li-ning. Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah, the Chinese brand.
Yes, bro. I love.
Yeah,
I always saw some
I've been to
Li-nings.
their store.
Really?
Yeah, I
Huh.
went my last couple trips to China. They got 'em- They got stores all over the place. They got some. Their clothing is. I don't know. I'm looking for something from them that I would buy, but I haven't seen anything
Their
yet.
clothing is, shoes
Yeah,
are
it's
definitely
like
cooler. Why have you been to China a bunch of times?
I love China. China's
Really?
yeah, China's a really crazy developed futuristic city, and
Really?
I love Hong Kong and everything. I'm Chinese too, so I mean,
Okay.
I don't speak the language, but it's really dope to go over there and see everything.
Right. See, the Leaning shoes are fucking cool. I always thought they were fucking cool, number one. And then I got a pair I got a pair not too long ago, about like 2 weeks ago, and I wore them for the first time like last week, and I was like, oh, like these are hot, bro. These are tight fire. Here, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it.
I heard the quality's nice too.
They're so comfortable, great quality, and they were cheap. They were
Yeah,
somewhat cheap. They were like, I think they're like 230 retail or something like that. Uh,
yeah. The marketing on what they
right here, these.
oh yeah, those are tight.
This is
Those are
super.
tight.
They look fucking cool on foot too,
Yeah,
and
they did a good job. They
um,
do a good job with a lot of the footwear.
they feel fucking amazing. Good to
Their
continue.
their store presence too is actually pretty nice. It's like the minute you walk in, they got like all this glass set up. The marketing behind it though, it kind of seems like the stores that I walk to, they kind of seem like hiking stores.
Uh huh.
Yeah, like kind of a little bit of like mix between that and like a cycling slash sporty feel to the store. It's not necessarily like you know for style
Right.
necessarily, but
Right.
yet the clothing
That's that.
and some of the sneakers look dope.
That's what I would like. That's what I think. Like, they don't necessarily. It doesn't seem like they're necessarily going for like a style type brand,
They're
but their
not, yeah.
shit,
I think performance.
100%. But their shoes are fucking
Yeah,
stylish as shit. They're really cool.
yeah, facts.
Maybe not this. Let's not pretend we saw that. We didn't see that.
I'm waiting. I think in the next 3-4 years, we're gonna see more from China
I think so too.
that and I'm talking about lifestyle brands
Mm-hmm.
that are gonna blow it out of the water, and people are gonna. It's gonna start changing the narrative of what people think about quality from China, even though half the shit you wear is from China anyway, and you don't even know it.
All right.
So
I hate that fucking. It's such like a stupid thing. People are like, oh, it's from China. It's automatically bad. Like it's just such a like a Such a
Yeah,
base.
people don't even know that people buy their fabrics in China
Right,
and
right.
manufacture it elsewhere, right? So okay, so where is it from really then?
It's such a basic fucking like thought that if it's from China, it's automatically bad quality. It's like, nigga, can't you like read deeper a little bit or use
Yeah,
a little bit of
it goes
imagination?
straight back to the point I made about wearing the doctor's thing, right?
Right,
Wearing the
exactly.
is like
You're right.
if I put this on, that's what you think. If I switch the label and tell you that it's from Japan, now what you think?
Exactly. You'd be like, oh shit, this shit's hot. Like, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
this shoe's comes straight from China. Most comfortable, fucking durable shoe ever. It's amazing. I'm.
yeah. Also, all Jordans are from China anyway.
Oh yeah.
All sneakers, bro. Bro, oh my God, Balenciaga sneakers is from China.
The second wave of them, the second wave of the triple S are from China.
Yeah, everything after the first wave of Triple S, period, is from China.
Right.
All of them, every single pair.
The Tyrex is. I know the Zen is made in China, but the Tyrex is made in China too.
That one maybe not, but as far as I know, majority, damn near 98% of the bitches is made in China.
I know.
I have hell of the track sneakers that are all say made in China. But that, I don't think that they're bad quality.
No,
fact,
no.
They're great.
I hope AO watches this, but he must love it that when you look up Balenciaga Tyrex, his video comes up. He must love that, and I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening, AO, right now. Just so, on the next podcast I have him on, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him that specific question. I gotta write that down.
That's how the views come in, man. People come in from Google. They don't come in from YouTube.
No, that's
if you look at any analytics.
Let's check right now. Let's see if they come in from. I know the Zen comes from China. Will they say here where they're manufactured?
I don't even think they.
Yeah, no, you're right. Made in China. These are made.
There you go.
These are made in China as well. These fucking go hard.
Hey, look, I'm not surprised if their garments are too. Definitely not all of them, but I'm not surprised if some of the garments they make are from China too. Because, and the only reason I know that is because I know some people that have bought some of like the fake Balenciaga T-shirts, mashed them up, and all that stuff. It's just too fucking close.
Yeah.
How is it that close? Right? You gotta understand. It might have came from the same factory where I don't fucking know. Who knows those narratives? But anyways, nobody really knows. They could have switched the label on everybody, and nobody fucking knows.
What do you think about people who are heavy into replicas?
I don't give a shit.
You don't care?
I've bought a shit ton of reps in my life.
Intentionally though?
Huh?
Intentionally?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Not currently, but because you can't afford the when you're younger, you know what I mean? You can't buy it. You want it that bad, you just gonna buy the reps. And also back then nobody knew it was reps back then.
Understood, but you knew yourself,
and
no?
Also,
okay.
Yeah, we do as consumers.
Exactly.
But also I make fake versus real videos, so I have to buy it anyway.
Right. Okay, but you weren't making fake versus real videos back then.
No. But
No.
I mean, in my perspective, when I grew up buying, I didn't buy a lot of fake vape. What did I used to buy that was fake?
You tell me.
Actually, no, I did. I bought some fake vape. I had some fake vape hoodies when I was really young because not only was it expensive, you couldn't buy it where I'm from. The West Coast, no matter, I don't give a fuck who you talk to. If they had vape, 80% of the time it was fake. And they didn't even know. Because the shit was sold in these little hood stores before streetwear was called streetwear. It was called urban wear.
It's called urban, right.
And you would just walk into these stores. They used to sell Coogee, you know what I'm saying, academics, whatever. And all of a sudden the vape came through, but there was a lot of fake vape. But people didn't give a fuck. They were just like, give me the colorful shit. That's what's in right now.
I want that colorful shit,
yeah. And it just so happens to have this fake label that says a bathing ape on it, right? So,
I'm glad they did.
It definitely doesn't have the same stigmas as it has now. Wearing fake shoes these days, people are like, oh my God, remember 4 years ago when you wore fake fucking Margiela or some shit? And it's like, bruh, like, you don't pay my bills.
Yeah,
so
that's true. I don't have a problem with it. Really, come to think, on my initial reaction, what you said, I was thinking of this post, and the reason I bring this up is I saw a post on Instagram, right? It was this dude. Well, the post wasn't the actual person. The post was showing off this person. This dude had bought. Let me see if
$4,000 worth of reps.
you saw it, right?
Yeah, it's a meme. Yeah,
Is it
but
actually?
actually, it's not really a meme. It was like a
I
thing
think
that dude actually did that. Yeah.
I think a dude did that, and then it became like a copy pasta.
Well, okay, so like this topic is so huge. You can do a podcast on. You can do 7. You can start a whole channel on this, right?
Right.
This topic of
Yeah.
replica authentics. But
I'm gonna write that
I
down.
will say this, right? Not to debunk everything, but regardless of what people think about replicas, does not
Hmm.
stop the fact that they will be made and they will
Right.
be sold.
Okay. I I
Period.
I
Right?
understand that, but don't you think it's a little bit weird for someone to spend that much money on replicas? Like it's different if you were young, and you don't have the money, and if people ask you, you're like, yeah, this is a replica. I have no problem with that. But for someone to spend $4,000 on replica, nigga, you could get a fucking couple authentic pieces. Why would
Yeah,
you?
you can. Yeah.
For me, why would you get your entire closet be of replicas when you could
Well,
just, you know what I mean? For me,
I think a lot of the people that are a part of the rep community, right, are reps streetwear on sneakers, or I can't remember what it is on Reddit.
uh huh,
That huge page that is like over 500,000 people or something like that. I think a lot of those people, they convert to buying only reps because, again, it goes back to the pricing of things being fictitious. Why are vintage T-shirts $300? Because you found it in the bins,
right.
right? Why is a Balenciaga screen printed tee, was it 250 or something like that retail? Or actually no, it's like 450 retail for
Right.
a screen printed T-shirt. I don't give a fuck where the fabric comes from. I can buy a screen printed T-shirt at the Disney store.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the same quality. Maybe okay. I digress. That's a little. That's a little.
That's
Yeah, but you see where I'm coming from. The idea behind the shirt, screen printed tee. Are you fucking kidding? So when someone goes to buy, a rep, you get the same thing, but you're definitely not paying $100 for a shirt. So it does make you question, or that community, it makes them question why they should be spending that much money in the first place when they can use that money. So the same thing what you're saying.
I
You spent $4,000 on reps. Well, with that $4,000 with reps, you know how much you get.
but the thing is if you really authentic if you really like that piece, if you really like that brand, you really like that designer, you want to support them. Let's say you really respect the designer. Like you say you really respect Rick Owen, right? Why the hell would you get replicas of his work when you if you really like his work like that, you should be supporting him.
I
And
again
and
that
and
I
and
think.
and people might say,
Oh, go ahead,
"Oh,
go
he
ahead.
has all this money. Why would I support him?" What if everyone thought like that? Then he would have no supporters, and nobody else would buy his shit ever. It wouldn't buy replicas.
Well, then that should actually, as far as his pricing goes, it all comes down to pricing, bro. That conversation comes down to pricing.
Right? I
If
guess you're
high,
right.
imagine this: if high fashion costs the same as like lower tier streetwear brands, so then what's next?
Okay,
Would
but
that get
but
rid of reps? It actually might,
but
because rep companies will realize they can't make money off of it.
but there is a reason why high fashion brands are worth that much money, and not just because of the name brand.
Right? No, absolutely. No, I understand that 100%.
And
But
some
also,
and
have you
some
seen?
and some high fashion brands do piggyback off of their name, but there's a reason why they cost so much.
Right, right. Well, okay. So let me ask you this: have you seen the reps these days?
I've seen some reps these days, yeah, and they're
Yeah.
very fucking
Well,
good. They're very fucking good.
okay. So there you go.
Scarily
Right.
good.
So I mean, it's the same. Here, let me put it together an analogy,
Uh huh.
right? And I'm not defending rep people. I mean, I support them, and I also support people that buy the real shit too.
Right, right,
But let's just say I'm a car dealer, right? And I got two Hondas for sale. Fuck a Honda. I got two Ferraris for sale, right?
yeah,
Right? And one is from Ferrari, actual Ferrari.
right.
The other one looks the same exact way, and maybe the stitching on the chair is a little off, but
Hmm.
it runs the same. When people see it, they go, "Nice Ferrari," but it's like a fraction of the cost. You're paying 500,000. This car is about 10,000.
Right.
I mean, hey, you're gonna tell me people aren't gonna go for that?
I see what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's right,
Right, right. I know what you're saying
but there's a
though.
lot of things in this world that are not right.
That are
People
not.
shouldn't do drugs, but people do drugs anyway.
That is very true.
Shit just happens. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Like people are going. Look. Okay, here's another one.
Okay, go
Let's just
ahead.
say you got Flight Club New York, right?
Right.
And it's as beautiful as it is just standing there. Right next door, a rep store opens up.
Yeah.
Do you think people are not going to shop in the rep store?
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's,
Actually,
bro.
actually, I don't think people would just because it's right next to Flight Club. I think people would be
I
embarrassed.
think, I think people will.
Really?
I 100% think people will.
Let's say
Fuck
if
yeah.
it was like if it was like a couple blocks down the street, some people would go there. But right next to Flight Club, you think people are gonna go there?
Yeah. Why? Okay. Okay. If Starbucks is dumb enough to open up a
See,
Starbucks next to each other,
what I think you're thinking of. I think you're thinking of people who don't care about reps, like who like wear it on their sleeve and like yeah, I wear reps. I don't think you're taking into account people who buy reps to make it to say that it's the real thing.
okay. Well, there's everything wrong with
Because
that.
people who do yeah right, but people
Yeah.
who do that are not gonna go to a store right next. They're gonna be too
What?
embarrassed. They want to do it low key. Gonna send their girlfriend in to get some reps for
Yeah.
them.
I mean, absolutely. But like the people that are in the rep community, they don't give a fuck.
They don't.
They don't give two fucks. Yeah. But okay. And then now I definitely have to draw the line. Selling reps as if they're real is that's illegal. That's beyond illegal.
Right.
Right. And also, I mean, credibility wise, if you know and you told someone that it's real even though it's not, I mean that's on you, right? I can give a fuck about what you do with that, right? But majority of people will probably do that. That's why you want the rep to be so close and whatever.
That's one of my
right?
problems
But, I mean,
too. That's one of my problems too. It generates too much harm for the good that it does for the few people that genuinely like reps and they don't care and they'll tell people that they're reps. That's good, right? That's good for them. But the harm it creates is so much more, I feel like, than just that. You know what I mean? When you want everything, you end up with nothing. That's just a fact of life. And for people who want reps to wear, to not try to flex an authentic piece, it creates people who will get reps and sell them online, finesse people, get money from kids that don't know what the hell they're looking at. You know, this other type of market, or even people who just wear reps to try to flex that it's real.
No, I hear you 1,000%. But even though we talk about it,
We could.
it's not gonna do anything.
We really.
It's good. It's as progressive as trying to be sustainable as a fashion brand.
Oh yeah.
Those two topics, regardless of what we talk about, regardless of what we do as consumers,
Yeah.
it's not gonna change shit.
No.
Just like like even on the sustainability tip, like if you're a fashion brand, it's not sustainable for the earth.
Not really.
Right?
I mean,
if you're and on the flip side, if you're a very popular brand, you're gonna get reps. not you not gonna buy reps. I'm saying
right. I know
be a
what you
replica
mean.
company making your shit. You know what I mean? There's money to be made, right? There's a market of people out there that want it, but they don't give a fuck about the brand that much, and they just want that particular whatever, and they're not trying to spend $500 for a shirt. You know what I mean? Fuck that. So,
but yeah, definitely. But at the same time, actually, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. We can. That's what I was gonna say. We could literally have a whole fucking another podcast about this.
Oh, here's another thing.
Yeah, go on.
Why do you think all those, like, the whole idea behind a lot of those kids that looted those stores?
Right.
I bet you, I put money on it, that a majority of those kids that looted that shit, what's their answer going to be? Man, fuck them. Why fuck them? Because they charge too much. Man, fuck the resale prices.
Right.
Where do you think that energy gets directed towards later?
You're right. That's true.
Like, I'm not, and you're saying, well, it hurts the integrity of the brand. Absolutely, it hurts the integrity of the brand, right? But the consumers don't those consumers don't get paid for the brand.
They don't care, right?
Okay, so let's just say someone that modeled for Off-White, that skateboarder kid that's super famous now.
Uh-huh.
If he bought reps, okay, dog, what are you?
What the fuck are you doing?
You get this shit for free. Like, what are you, like, this is backwards, dog. And also, another perspective is that reps potentially can help the brand. It can.
How?
Because it makes it actually furthers like how popular a brand can be. It's almost a compliment.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Not all.
Right.
Yeah, for some brands, not all, to see reps of their company. Right? When Bape was going crazy back then, all those reps going crazy. Even right now, the Supreme reps going stupid. Now people love the Geo Basket reps and all this other crazy shit, right? It actually helps because more people are wearing the shit. Whether it's real or not, who fucking knows? But it gets it out there, right? That's the whole, like, when people buy into your brand, they're a walking billboard for you.
That's true.
So
That's very fucking
now
true.
that they have it, you know what I mean? Boom, there you go.
What was I gonna say? No, fucking, like, we could honestly have like an entire fucking separate episode based on reps, because we can go in. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say, working at a sneaker store, you're definitely right about the people who are like, oh, these fucking overpriced. Like,
Yeah.
people don't really. I was in that fucking back market where I was the one fucking wheeling and dealing sneakers and shit. People think that like we get shoes for like $100 and put them up for like 600. Like, sometimes the reaction people get from like hearing a price, that's how they must think. Like, I'll be like, well, like, have like a pair of sneakers and be like, yeah, like $300, like $300. I'm like, nigga, we paid like $260 for these.
Yeah, people don't. I mean, even that disconnect right there is
Right.
enough for people to be like, bro. I mean, look at all the shit that got looted from, bro. All the
Right.
sneaker stores. I mean, I don't know about New York, but out here in the West Coast, in the Bay, all the sneaker stores got hit except like 2, and one of them had the owner standing out there with a gun, and that's why he didn't get robbed. So like,
that is so
like Riff SF got broken into. Riff LA got broken into. Cool Kicks is done, bro.
Damn. Damn, bro. People really came up, bro. People really came up.
Okay, so then which one's better, buying reps or looting?
Yeah, it was certainly buying reps.
Which one? You're gonna say you're gonna ride with reps? So looting is better than buying reps?
No, I'm saying reps is better than looting.
Oh, okay. I was like, bro, wait a minute here.
Yeah, no, I'm not into petty crimes. You know what's crazy? I thought they were gonna loot uptown New York, because they have like Bergdorf Goodman, they have like the fucking Apple Store, they have like Balenciaga, they have a bunch of shit bunch of shit up there. Imagine if people looted Bergdorf Goodman, bro. Huh. People are coming up with yearly salaries and shit. That would be insane.
You know, another perspective, and I don't want to go too long in this rep topic because there's so much, but
I love it.
Clothing. Okay, so clothing replicas, obviously they've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But for more specifically women, and of course, and also today, the highest sold replica items is actually women's purses.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton bags, YSL bags, Chanel bags, whatever. Right? Maybe even Birkin. Who fucking knows?
Probably Birkin.
But since 2016, 2015 is really when all the streetwear rep shit really became fucking huge. And everybody, now this conversation, the same question that you asked me, comes up because it's big. But the real issue is that in the replica, not the replica community, but in reps entirely, whether it is appliances, whether it's car parts, whether it's tires, whether it's fucking sneakers, whatever, computers, fake Apple computers.
Yeah.
Fashion is on the bottom of that list.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you that
100%.
Right now.
No, you're right.
And in the mark it leaves on brands, people can give two fucks about it because it's so small. No one cares. The biggest shit that's being sold is like replicas. I don't even know what it is now. Back in the day, it used to be DVDs, right? But today's times is probably like electrical appliances or some type of like electrical parts that China or Vietnam makes or whatever, and they try to fake people out. Those are dangerous. That's like putting a plug into the wall and it catching on fire. That's fucking dangerous, right? And then it doesn't pass any regulations and stuff. So that's the bigger issue. So, but if we talk about clothing, it's like, all right,
it's like some dude wore, See, I live in such a fashion-centric world at this point, where sometimes everything that could relate to fashion is already related, right?
Yeah. It's like, oh, but what about this? And it's like, dog, you don't even practice. Right. So let's not even go. Let's not even like the people that talk about sustainability to me the most, they don't do shit about it.
No.
So it's like, why are you talking about this right now, dude? Like,
I do think
some humanitarian. Like,
I do think at the most basic level, if people get fast fashion, that's annoying as shit to me. Because like you said, on every level, fashion brands in general just like you can't be really sustainable. Let's just be honest. But fast fashion is the fucking worst. Number one, the clothes are terrible for fast fashion. I don't give a fuck what brand it is. Fucking 21 Forever, Forever 21, fucking H&M, whatever fast fashion brands you want. They're all terrible. Let's just be honest right there. So number one, you're buying terrible clothes. Number two, they don't look good. And number three, you're fucking killing the planet worse than you were if you would have just gone to a thrift store or gotten like a couple of like not even it doesn't have to be high end fashion. It could just be something that's a little bit better than fucking fast fashion. You know, some streetwear brand or something like that that looks good.
Yeah.
Because the damage that fast fashion does
Honestly,
is
this.
ridiculous.
Yeah, honestly, this whole conversation for fast fashion, like it, it. First of all, fast fashion is a lot better for women than it is for guys, right? Because
100%.
girls, in my opinion, can definitely wear something where it is fast fashion, but the shit actually looks high end.
It look
I'm
yeah.
just I'm just being real. Guys can't do that. Not really.
Not
Maybe like a
at all.
Uniqlo T-shirt, right?
Right.
And also 98% of the motherfuckers out there don't think like you do, which they should.
You're right.
They should
You're
think
right.
like you do, but they don't, right? Because people, it's only a revelation again this past 4 or 5 years where men specifically have gotten into clothes and care about what they wear.
Care about it. Yeah.
If you talk about the 1960s,
It's
right?
It's weird, right? It's
Men,
crazy.
our parents, your parents. I'm sure, unless your dad loves clothes, I don't know. But majority of people, our parents' age, don't give a fuck about
not
clothes.
at all. Not at all.
It's a total generational gap.
All they want to do is they want to look nice for like if they're going out, and if they want to look somewhat nice for
right.
but like in terms of, you're right, no, in terms of actual clothes and stuff, they don't give a fuck.
Right. So that's the overwhelming majority market that these fast fashion companies are pertaining to. And it just so happens that a lot of it is not good for the earth.
It's just like now I think
yeah, that's what the market is, right?
I think in terms of all cultures and all types of arts, they trickle down into regular life, and that is no mistake for high fashion either, or streetwear fashion, any type of fashion. So when I think when just high fashion is more prominent in terms of like just even social media, you can upload high fashion to social media, people see that shit. I think just from that alone, people want to be like, oh, like I want to dress nice too. And
exactly.
And the remedy for that, they don't want to spend as much as we do on clothes. They want to go to they want to go to fucking whoever and try to get a bunch of like t-shirts and a bunch of jeans and some fake ass Amiri jeans and some Jordan 1s and shit and call it a day and have a bunch of outfits like that.
Yeah. I mean, this whole mindset of everybody being into fashion. Okay, like 80% of everybody. There's still a huge percentage of people out there that don't give a fuck about what they wear.
Right.
But this idea that you always got to look like, you know, fresh, or not even fresh. People say drip, right?
Yeah.
This idea did not exist before.
The kids my age say that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. It's a thing.
Every time I hear the word drip, I have an aneurysm. Actually, I can't stand that. Can't stand people say that word. People say that to me. Some people have said that to me, like, "Oh, you got the drip." I'm like, "Nigga, what are you saying to me? Can you speak English to me?" I'm sorry. I don't want people to tell me that I have the drip. I don't want people to tell me that.
Yeah, it definitely became a Gen Zers.
Have you seen that show, Full Size Run?
Yeah, of course. I used to watch it pretty religiously, but I haven't followed up.
I hate that they say they have this segment called drip, flip, or skip. Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are 40-year-old men. What the fuck are you saying drip for? Like, I understand you're trying to get kids to watch the show, but you're 40-year-old men. You don't have to say drip. You can have some integrity.
Yeah. Well, it came out of, I think the word came out of Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, it did.
And then what's his name is from Atlanta. Not saying that it's justified, but
what's his name?
Yeah,
you're right. Why can't I think of his name? Wow.
All gold. What is his name?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Trinidad
James. Yeah, Trinidad James, of course. Yeah, but still, it's just like I get kids drawing more views and stuff like that, but at the same time, don't you want to have like a little bit of an adult show?
Yeah, I think they do kind of kid around with that word though. It's not like I don't think they take it that serious. No, definitely. What's the older guy's name? The one on the left.
Yeah, I know. Welty.
Yeah, Welty. He for sure he's making fun of it because everybody knows he does.
He's too exactly.
Yeah.
What's it called? I just hate how like, you know, actually show I like a lot. I like sneaker shopping a lot. and I don't know why people find
But
it
Joe
like.
LaPuma, you like that
I
show?
like that show. I don't know why people find it cringy.
Really?
I actually really like it. It's authentic. It's like more of an adult show, and it,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one.
really, I think it's a nice show. It's adult. The editing isn't overly cheesy or choppy or flashy. The people have some real things to say on that show, except for some people who are in the show like they don't have shit to show, and they've had some good guests on that show actually. I
Oh yeah,
really
they had damn near had everybody.
they
On
had
the show.
some they had the Impractical
Yeah.
Jokers, where I thought was fucking cool. I love that show. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
No, I don't. I
Dude,
don't.
you gotta watch that show. It's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. But that's for a topic for another day. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know what it is about the show. I'm not really that drawn to it.
really, because I know it's like
Maybe because I've like distanced myself from like those shoes, kind
uh-huh.
of, or whatever sold at was the Stadium Goods. Like I don't really
They go to
buy those
they
anymore.
alternate between like Stadium Goods and the other place.
And Flight Club.
And Flight
No?
Club. Yeah, and Flight Club.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that show. Even though I don't
It-
even though I really don't give a
it-
fuck about sneakers anymore, I really do like the show.
Like that show further progressed the idea that everybody is into sneakers.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not trying to be, one of those hipsters or anything.
No, you're right.
But since sneakers have, the culture of sneakers has changed so much from like the Nike Talk days. It is no longer in its primitive form. It now is a mainstream thing that everybody is into it. So now the show shows that damn near every celebrity, any pop culture relevant celebrity, any of them are into shoes. And it's like, how did everybody be into sneakers now?
And it's not even so much of like it's not even like you're right. It's like everyone has at least some level of knowledge of sneakers. At least some.
Yeah,
You're
because of its popularity.
No, you're right. It's crazy.
So, or maybe that's what, that's why I don't really watch it. Unless it's an artist that I really like that I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll watch this.
I don't know. I think the opening like this part is kind of obnoxious. Where they like keep flashing and shit. That's kind of annoying cuz I like cuz at the base of a show it's an interview, right? We all know that. And I like my interviews to be very static and stoic, and the only thing I have a gripe against is the beginning where it's all fucking like sometimes they do a thing like this shit. Like I need to be like this shit is annoying to me. Some random ass dude that like said Nike Lab like but no, I think it's dope.
Yeah, I lost the screen. Shit. I don't know how to
Really?
go back. Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, it's still recording, but I lost it.
Yeah, just open up Discord. But I mean, without I mean, to be honest with that, we can call it a day here, honestly. Wait, before we get out of here.
Oh, I fucked that up really bad.
What happened?
Oh, never mind. I'm still here.
All right. No, you're here.
I thought I logged off. I was like,
Nah,
oh,
I can
damn
still
it.
hear you, bro.
Oh, okay, for sure. Wait, what were you saying? My bad. You asked me something?
I was just saying, like, what else? I think we've covered everything really today. I need to have you back for sure. That was fucking fire. Need to have you back on here.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Real quick, before you get out of here, do you have anything you want to tell anybody that you got going on? Like a new YouTube video coming out, people should go check out?
Just the e-bike shit. And that's
yeah.
probably it. I'll probably incorporate that somehow. Other than that, I mean, again, right now it's this is the strangest. I've never, as long as I've been doing YouTube, I haven't even been doing that long, but like 2.5 years, 3 years. But like, I've never been in a situation where I'm like, I don't feel like posting right now because of the climate of what's going on.
Right.
So I'm holding off for however long that will be.
I'm excited for it though, honestly. You put me on. Low key, I've never heard of that shit before. You fucking e-bikes. Never heard of that shit before.
If you start building one, let me know. I'm trying to see what you know what I'm saying.
Honestly, when I get a place in the city, I might, cause I'm at like 40 minutes outside of the city, like I'm like 40 minutes away from Times Square. So yeah. I honestly, when I get a place in the city, I honestly might do that. Like I swear to God, that sounds fucking cool.
Right, it's just the idea of owning your own e-bike that can go like 30, 40 miles an hour is fire. It is.
It's the fucking coolest thing.
Imagine what you can do, like all the cat shit you could do on a bike that goes that fast. Like,
dope. I would be scared to get hit or some shit though, like somebody.
Yeah, just don't do anything too crazy. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
But like
right.
the
Yeah.
open areas, you could just smash through places, bro. You get from one town to the next
That
hella quick.
that'd be cool, like late evening or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, and you could buy those little accessories for the bike and shit. You could put like little pouches on there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
put a speaker and
yeah,
like, bruh.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Without further ado, everybody, thank you for watching. Eh, Keezy will be in the description down below, his YouTube and his Instagram, so definitely go check those both out. And thank you for watching. Peace out.
For sure.